As we consider the upcoming U.S. elections and the leaders who will emerge, we must reflect on which candidate Yahuah will choose to guide the nation. We've seen Vice President Harris avoid invoking the name of Yahusha, Jesus, in her political rallies, and this raises concerns about the values she lifts up. Scripture tells us in Isaiah 5:20, "Woe to those who call evil good and good evil," and this becomes a critical measure of any leader. It seems evident that one candidate may lean toward secular or even ungodly practices, while the other may uphold more traditional or God-fearing values. However, we know that Yahuah allows leaders to rise based on the spiritual state of the people. As Daniel 2:21 reminds us, he changes times and seasons, he deposes kings and raises up others. Whether it is Trump or Harris, the outcome will be a reflection of the nation's willingness to honor or reject Yahuwah's commandments. 2 Samuel 16. And Daud had passed on a little from the summit, and saw Tsiba, the servant of Mephibosheth, who met him with a couple of saddled donkeys, and on them 200 loaves, and 100 cakes of raisins, and 100 summer fruit, and a skin of wine. And the king said to Tsiba, "Why do you have these?" And Tsiba said, "The donkeys are for the king's household to ride on, and the bread and summer fruit for the young men to eat, and the wine for the weary to drink in the wilderness." And the king said, "And where is the son of your Adoni?" And Tsiba said to the king, "See, he remains in Jerusalem, for he said, 'Today the house of Yisharal is going to return the reign of my father to me.'" And the king said to Tsiba, "See, all that belongs to Mephibosheth is yours." And Tsiba said, "I have bowed myself. Let me find favor in your eyes, my Adoni, O king." And when King Daud came to Becharim, he saw a man from the clan of the house of Shaul, whose name was Shimei, son of Gera, coming from there. He came out, cursing as he came, and he threw Daud with stones and all the servants of King Daud. And all the people and all the mighty men were on his right and on his left. And this is what Shimei said as he cursed, "Get out! Get out! O man of blood and man of Belial! Yahuah has brought upon you all the blood of the house of Shaul, in whose place you have reigned, and Yahuah has given the reign into the hand of Absalom your son. And see, you are in your own evil, for you are a man of blood." And Abishai son of Zeruiah said to the king, "Why should this dead dog curse my Adoni the king? Please let me pass over and take off his head." And the king said, "What have I to do with you, you sons of Zeruiah? For let him curse, even because Yahuah has said to him, 'Curse Daud.'" And who should say, "Why did you do that?" And Daud said to Abishai and all his servants, "See how my son who came from my own body seeks my life, and how much more now this Benjamite? Leave him alone, and let him curse, for Yahuah has spoken to him. If so be, Yahuah does look on my affliction, and Yahuah shall return good to me for his cursing today." And as Daud and his men went in the way, Shimei walked alongside him on the hillside, and cursed as he went, and threw stones at him, and kicked up dust. And the king and all the people who were with him became weary, and they refreshed themselves there. And Absalom and all the people, the men of Yisharal, came to Jerusalem, and Achitophel was with him. And it came to be, when Cushai the Archite, the friend of Daud, had come to Absalom, that Cushai said to Absalom, "Let the king live, let the king live." And Absalom said to Cushai, "Is this your kindness to your friend? Why did you not go with your friend?" And Cushai said to Absalom, "No, I am for the one whom Yahuah and this people and all the men of Yisharal have chosen, and with him I remain. And besides, whom should I serve? Should it not be before his son? As I have served before your father, so I am before you." And Absalom said to Achitophel, "Give your advice. What should we do?" And Achitophel said to Absalom, Go into your father's concubines, whom he has left to look after the house. And all Yisharel shall hear that you have made yourself a stench to your father, and the hands of all who are with you shall be strong. So they pitched a tent for Absalom on the top of the house, and Absalom went in to his father's concubines before the eyes of all Yisharal. Now the advice Achitophel gave in those days was as if one had inquired at the word of Elohim. So was all the advice of Achitophel both to Daud and to Absalom,